Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you have a great day. So finally I decide to actually create Arma 3 tutorial video. It's going to be about the way I create my missions because uh, many of you actually asked for this video to happen, and for more than 2 years I didn't want to do it. Well, first because I don't like it, but you know, just because of you, now I decide to do it. So first, sorry for the sound, this is not my type of videos. Then sorry for the language, it's not my native language, but anyway, I will try, I'll do my best, and stay tuned to the rest of the video. By the end of it, I'm sure that you will be able to create your own mission. It doesn't have to be just like my missions, but it will be on your own way. I'm just gonna give you the tools, okay? So I'm not like a self-loving speaking person, so we're gonna go straight to the tutorial. Okay, first thing first, I'm gonna place the soldier down. Okay, and just for you to know, in the end of the video I'm actually gonna create a small mission, okay? But I suggest that you watch thoroughly through the entire video, but I will actually make a small mission in the end just for the showcase purpose. So I'm gonna place the soldier and we're gonna focus first thing on the movement, okay? So when you create your mission, you basically want to pay attention on two kinds of movements. Okay, so there are two different ways. First is that you want to have units or a single soldier that actually moving through the battlefield, and then, which is more important for me, is that you want to have enemy soldiers actually stay still. Okay, so you want to make sure that they stay still and they don't move. So this is the tools that I actually use for my missions, and these are the three basic tools. Okay, nothing more, nothing complicated. By the end of the video you will have like two scripts. I will put them in the description. Very simple, just copy it and paste in. You will see where. So what we need is modifiers, so we're gonna go to object modifiers, and there those two actually tools are the most important thing that you need in order for your mission to work. Okay, so we're gonna go set mode and we're gonna go set eye mode. Okay, so set mode, set eye mode, and trigger. Alright, so pay attention. Set mode, set eye mode, and trigger. That's all you need actually. And if you master these three tools, you will be able to create a mission and to be creative with it. So beside that, of course, you need, if you want to create Arma 3 mission, you need at least basic, you know, military knowledge about battlefield and war and so on. So it's not just a game where you play soldiers and make them fight. Okay, so why these tools? I don't know about American Army, not sure, but there's a thing that we call combat discipline, okay, which means maintain combat discipline. And what actually that means is that you want that your soldier actually be aware of environment. That's the first thing, to actually be aware of danger spots. So you don't want him to cover certain areas or certain directions from where is literally impossible to danger to come. Okay, so I'm gonna place house, okay, like this. Let's put the unit. Okay, very often you will see in your Arma gameplay that enemy AI will actually scan the area if if he is in danger. What he's going to do, sorry, he's gonna do like this. Okay, so you want to avoid this. Okay, it will keep your missions much more professional, more dangerous, and more immersive. Okay, so how to do that? What you actually want is that your unit be aware of environment. Okay, so that means that danger cannot actually come from this direction, okay, because he's covered with wall, but it can come from window, door, or the second small window. Okay, so this is why I'm using these tools. What we are going to do, double click on unit, we're gonna make him to stand up, and don't worry, if he change his stance, sometimes he will crouch, but he's not gonna lay down. Okay, so set mode, we're gonna make, here you have options. You can also make never fire, fire, open fire, whatever you want. We're gonna make combat, okay, just for the showcase, because this is what I do in my missions. Okay, pretty much most frequently enemy knows that we're coming, it's ready, waiting, and the battle, you know, it's already started. Stance you can also adjust, stand up, crouch, whatever, but we're gonna actually do combat, stand up, and eye mode, this is the most important, move, disable. Okay, so what that actually means, I'm gonna show you now. Okay, so if you pay attention, the moment he spots me, he's gonna try to move towards me, okay, but he's not able to move. All he's able, you see, is actually to cover. Yes, okay, so he's not able to move, he's not able even to turn around, but what he actually is able is to kill you. If I actually step in the range of his, you know, area of observation, he will shot me down. This is crucial to use if you want that your missions actually look like a real war. And here is actually the example. Okay, if I put him here, and for example I make him crouch, this is what I actually do in my missions. Okay, so place him like this, and I'm gonna face him through the potential danger. Okay, so he's gonna be able to cover window and door. Window, I hope. Okay, so let me check. And here, okay, so I'm moving. He opened fire at me. He can kill me here as well. Yes, he killed me. Okay, you see? Okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna approach from the different window now, from different side. The point is that he stand up. If you understand, I probably put him close to the wall. But look at now. If I'm here, he's gonna notice me, but he's not able to hit me. Okay, he won't be able to kill me. And now I'm never gonna make something like this, you know, in a mission. I'm always going to pursue something that makes sense. But I hope you understand what I'm actually trying to teach you here. So when you play the units and you clear the building, you want that your enemy be here or in the angle, and you want them to actually be ready for you and watch the potential direction from where you can actually. Okay? So it will make much more realistic experience, because you will have pretty much less than a second to react, and all of that also depends from the skill that your enemy have. So this guy, I don't know, he's maybe 50% skills, so you can actually make that bar, you know, much higher. So Another example of this is, let's say, trench, and let us say like this. Okay, so this is just for the showcase. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain you what I actually meant by, and I said combat discipline, battle discipline. I don't know how people in US and mostly NATO said. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make him crouch. Okay, and I want to make him to be aware actually of his environment. Okay, so I don't want him to actually do this or scanning like this. Okay, I want him to actually pay attention to the direction from where danger may actually approach. Okay, so this is actually the direction 1, this is potential attack direction 2. Okay, so now I'm gonna place here another soldier. I'm gonna make him stand up, and then I'm gonna actually connect them with set mode and I mode. So again, sync to. Now you can actually mark all units and then connect them all together at the same time, but you want to do this like this. Okay, it's a professional and the best way to do it. So now, why actually this is realistic? Okay, I don't know why he actually stand up. Hold on a second. Maybe I actually make here, yeah. Okay, no change. Okay, so what I actually meant by the combat discipline. That means that if you have a couple of units, let's say a group of 3 soldiers on the east and group of 3 soldiers on the west, and you watch west direction and the other group watch east direction. If your buddies get under fire from the west, it doesn't mean that you're gonna just, abandon the east direction and just run towards them to help them and shoot on the west. No, you're gonna maintain your position and you're gonna maintain your combat discipline, okay? Because you never know that enemy maybe is actually trying to create a false flag attack from the west and hit you hard from the east. Okay, so this is actually the realistic scenario where the soldier here could potentially got killed or dropped down, and this guy would still not move because he's not gonna actually, he's not sure, maybe it's a false flag attack, but anyway he has to maintain his own direction. Okay, so if I actually shoot this guy and the soldier saw he dropped dead or wounded in the battlefield, in the mission, he may be, actually depends from the mods you have, will abandon his post and try to help him, try to patch him. Okay, so we're gonna avoid that. Okay, so I'm gonna kill the guy here first, but the guy over there is not gonna turn around. In reality he won't turn around because he's watching his own direction and he don't want to lose, so if I don't get killed first. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so yeah, some tutorial. Okay, I'm gonna make myself immortal, just okay, enable damage. Alright, let's do it. Okay. but you see why this is important. Okay, because you want to have a real trench clearing experience. Okay, and this is why this is very important, because he's gonna kill him. You see, I have a second, so I got him, and now I can actually kill his buddy, because he's gonna actually maintain focus and watch the area. In the real mission, he would probably fall first, okay, because he was standing up. But this is the way I actually create my mission, okay? And this is why when you watch them and when you watch highlights from the fights, you can actually see that I'm like this, and then I shoot fast. Why? Because I need to shoot fast, because I will never spot a soldier in my missions that actually doesn't aim on me, okay, if he's static. He's always very well aware of the environment and of the potential directions from where danger comes from, okay. So this is one thing to do it. Now you have triggers alongside with, you know, all this. So how you can use triggers or also waypoints with the triggers? There are multiple ways for that, okay. So I don't know, maybe among you there are literally, you know, completely beginners, and you may find videos for the beginners. This is not, you know, just like tutorial for the total beginners, but I will try actually to explain you. So now I'm gonna actually you know, make friendly units, okay, and show you how to use triggers. So I'm gonna place rifleman, team leader, another rifleman, and let's say combat, okay. So let them make waypoint. Click on the team leader, on the main guy actually, move, and in order to make triggers to works, to actually trigger the things, first waypoint always need to be close to the unit, okay. So this is the unit that you want to wait your signal or any kind of events that will trigger his movement further, okay. So I'm gonna place move, and then you can create conditions of this waypoint the way you want, okay. What I'm going to do, limited line, let's say stealth and forced hold fire, okay. So this is how I want it to be before my mission starts, okay. So I'm gonna again make move here, and I'm gonna place a normal, a line, aware, and open fire keep formation, okay. That means that they're gonna stand up and run to this position here, okay. So now I need to use trigger to actually make this happen, okay. Double click on trigger, and there is activation type, there is seconds or timer, when you want, how long you want to take, and the size of the trigger, okay. Pretty much easy. So you go to activation, and you can activate it by multiple radios or multiple ways. There is a radio and there is seized, you know. So first radio, okay, I'm gonna place alpha just for the showcase. Right click on trigger, set activation point, connect to the waypoint, always to the first waypoint, and then we wait, okay. So if you can see, they're actually going stealth, line formation, and a hold fire. So in order to activate the radio, you need 0. So you press 0, you have offered on the top left corner, again 0 for radio, and then you have alpha. Now when you create your mission, you may have alpha, bravo, charlie, delta, whatever, depends how complicated mission is, or depends how much you want to actually rely on your radio triggering, okay. I don't like to do radio triggering so much, so stay tuned and you're gonna see what actually I'm doing. So let's alpha, and they're actually moving to the point I ordered, okay. They stand up. This is the actually the mood and the behavior that I actually ordered. Where? But stand up, okay. So same thing over here, double click on, you know, but I actually put like, okay, 10 seconds, okay. Always the same, try always to be 3 same numbers, okay. So what this actually means is when I actually activate the trigger, okay, so when I actually go 0 0 and then click 1, it's supposed to, I don't know why they didn't wait, okay, but they actually supposed to wait 10 seconds, okay, and I don't know why they didn't. Never mind. So the next thing is we're gonna put like this. Okay, place your trigger size. We're gonna make 5 5 5. We're gonna set op4, that's our enemy, and we're gonna set not present. Okay, that means, and let's say like 3 seconds. Okay, so now I'm gonna place the house just to protect him, or I don't need to protect him actually. They have the order not to fire. Okay, but just for the showcase, I'm gonna create, you know, a small house. Okay. So this is going to be the house, and here is going to be our enemy soldier. I'm gonna place, doesn't matter, auto rifleman. I'm gonna make him stupid just in order to, you know, die. Make him stand up. Okay, set I mode. That means connect sync to, it means don't move, but I'm not gonna connect him with combat mode. Okay, so just for you to see. Okay, now right click, set activation point. Okay, so now they're not gonna move until I don't kill a guy in the house. Okay, so until the op4 is not eliminated from this area. Okay, so it's a trigger that actually I know when I play my missions, but you as a viewers, you actually don't know what is going on, but I pretty much know. Okay, so I'm here, you see he can't move, kill him, and in 3 seconds they're gonna move. Okay, so they're moving to their next direction. Okay, so now let us make this little further. Okay, I'm gonna click on the waypoint and go once more, move, but again close. Okay, that means that this is actually where I need another trigger for this units to move. The second waypoint is the waypoint that you're gonna connect with the trigger, and is the waypoint that will actually define the behavior of the unit on this location. Okay, not the first one, but the second one. Okay, so they're gonna run here, aware, stand up in line, but this is how they are going to behave while they remain at this position and wait for another trigger, another event to happen so they can move on. Okay, so I'm gonna double click. Okay, I'm gonna make them normal, line, combat. Okay, open fire, keep formation, and we need trigger. Okay, so trigger is going to be here again. Let's say 5 5 5, blue 4 present. Okay, that's me. Let's say 2 seconds. Okay, and most important thing, skip waypoint. Okay, without this it's not gonna work. Okay, you need skip waypoint every single time. You need skip waypoint except the first. Okay, when it's about infantry. Okay, so I'm gonna place the object here just to know, in order not to, okay, let's put some, okay, let's put some car, so I need to go before the car. Okay, trigger, right click, set waypoint activation, the second one. Okay, now I'm gonna click to the movement, I'm gonna go move, and I'm gonna make them go here again, normal, line, aware, open fire. Okay, so here I'm gonna create a trigger again, one another, put this, I'm gonna, just in case, like in my mission, put 200, and I'm gonna put 10 because I don't want them to miss. Okay, and I'm gonna put the height. This is how tall, how high actually trigger is. Why 10? Because I don't want that some plane, you know, any aircraft, helicopter actually destroy and trigger the events. Okay, if I want, I'm gonna actually leave 1, and as you can see, trigger is high up to the infinity. Okay, so now I want him to be 10, the ground. I again, okay, gonna do this. I'm gonna move it, okay, and like this. So I'm gonna place here blue for independent, sorry, that's my present, let's say 3 seconds again. Okay, now I'm gonna put here, let's say house, okay, structure, city, okay, let's say house, ruin, okay, like this. I'm gonna place enemy soldiers inside, okay, let's say combat soldier, like this, and let's say squad leader. I'm gonna unpin them, they're not gonna be teammates, okay, but the point is that you can actually now with these tools that I give you, you can make them to actually be the teammates. Okay, why? Because they're gonna communicate, okay, which makes them more dangerous. Okay, so when you actually connected this guy, okay, they're gonna communicate each other, but they're not gonna move. Why? Because you use I mode. Okay, and I mode is disable them from moving, so they're not gonna like be in the formation like idiots before mission. They're actually gonna stand and wait. Okay, so do like this and like this. Okay, set mode, let's make them never fire just in case. Okay, so here I'm gonna open systems again, go to effects. I have air support. Now when you have mods, you will have much more options. Okay, right now we have about, I don't know, 9-10 planes, but when you use mods you will have much more options. Let's put as gun and missile. Okay, so this is the Viper aircraft, and gun and missile is a type of attack. The direction is we create with our mouse, just we hold CTRL and do it like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna place it on the house directly, and I'm gonna go click on air support, right click, sync to, and let's say this trigger. Okay, so now what actually we created, there's my unit that stands and wait until enemy unit is not present in this area over here. Okay, that means when I kill this guy, then they will go to this area here, they will run and then take their positions in aligned formation and combat mode and wait here until I don't reach this position. Okay, did I put, yeah, I put blue for I'm independent, sorry. Okay, independent. Okay, so when I reach this position, they will again rise up and move here. When they move and enter this area, they will trigger the air support. Air support will actually destroy enemy units in this house. So in order to that be interested, we're gonna go to systems, we're gonna go to Intel. Okay, this is just, you know, like last touch. You don't need it if you don't want it, but if you want to know when the mission is over, this is how you do it. Go to create task, set task state. Okay, these two things are very important. Now create task, you can actually create whatever you want. Call your task 1-1 and let's say clear the enemy. Okay, here you can put description, you don't have to. Okay, set task state, you make succeeded. Okay, that means that when this happened, mission is successful. Okay, now you may actually double click on create task and make here assign. That means that you already took over the mission, or you can do it when you actually are in the gameplay and open map. Okay, so when you open map, you can assign the mission. Okay, I'm gonna assign it here from editor. So now what we need is the last thing. This is the trigger. Okay, we're gonna place trigger, make it 20, 20, okay, 20. Let's say op4, this is the enemy, not present, and let's say 5 seconds. Okay, so when op4 units are not present more than 5 seconds in this area, the mission will be actually completed. Okay, now right click, sync to create task, create task, sync to set task state, and set task state create create task sync to your soldier. And in order to work any kind of letters, any kind of mission confirmation, you need to create it with you. Okay, now sync to set task state, and now sync to trigger. Okay, so let's see how those things works. Okay, and I'm gonna put some let's say effects, tracers, okay, just to be, you know, battle environment. Okay, so let's see how things works now.
Hold fire. Form
Okay,
line.
you see tracers, you feel like you are on the battlefield.
Go.
The enemy, you know, is not shooting at you. I hope that my guys won't see them and shoot at them. Okay, so let me actually kill the guy in the house. Okay, sorry buddy. Kill them. In 3 seconds they're gonna run, okay, to the certain point, and then again make combat, you know, approach. Okay, as you can see, now they're going combat, they're moving the line, but
Cover me.
they're actually standing in the area. Okay, so they're gonna move, you know, 10-5 meters up and down, but majority mainly they're gonna stay in area. Okay, so the next trigger is me in front of the car. Okay. So when I actually reach here in front of the car, they're gonna run toward the house, okay, toward the enemy. So here I am. So they are now, okay, as you can see, stand up and running toward the next waypoint. Okay, so this is the one that I show you with skip waypoint. Okay, very important. Okay. And when they reach the point, they will actually just stand. This is how I actually create, and wait for the air support. Okay, so there you go. Okay. Oh, they're shooting. Oh, they notice the enemy, but we are waiting. What's this? Clear the enemy. Task. Okay, so the enemy is eliminated. The house is devastated, and this is it. Okay, so pretty much that's it. When we come to the the next step is that you create some transporting, which means that trucks and APCs and other things will actually, helicopters will transport, you know, different group of soldiers to different group of to different places on the battlefield. Okay, and I'm gonna show that in the mission that I will create in the end. So this is about it. Feel free to write a comment if something is not clear. This is how you actually, this is what I actually do in my mission, only on a much larger scale. Okay, so, and with the different timers, you know, I never put like 5-6 seconds because it's stupid and I lose immersion. I actually set, I don't know, 137 seconds after, you know, blue 4 group or from the right side actually reach certain trigger. 137 seconds, you know, something happened, so that I actually don't know when exactly going to happen. Now I'm gonna actually show you. I have here open, I have showcase. Okay, so this is actually with a couple of scripts, and I'm gonna show you. So now first thing I want to show you is mortars. Okay, so you would like to use that. Okay, so we're gonna go to FIA, we're gonna go to turrets, we're gonna place some mortar, okay, any regular mortar, and in order to be realistic, like I do in my missions, you don't want him to have like 50-60 rounds, you know, firing half an hour. So you're gonna double click on mortar and you're gonna go to ammunition, okay, and you're gonna place like 15%. That's about 3 to 4 rounds, okay. So he basically have 3-4 rounds. What you're gonna do now is go to waypoints, click on a soldier, click move, and then click hold close to him, okay. Then fire mission. Okay. Then you decide where you want mortar to fall. Let's say here, okay. It's not too distance. Now we need trigger. Remember, skip waypoint, okay. So you go to trigger, let's say alpha, or let's say India, and skip waypoint. Skip waypoint, right click, set waypoint activation, and to the second one. Now that's hold, okay. So now when you enter, your mortar is ready. Of course, on the battlefield, you're gonna actually place it. You know, you need to figure out. This is what I told you at the beginning. You need to know, and you need to have some basic knowledge about military, about battlefield. Okay, so 0, 0, and India is actually mortar. Okay, so I click 9. As you can see, he can fire 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 rounds. Okay, so 15% is a 5 rounds. Okay, so you place 5%, it's gonna be 2-3 rounds. Okay, these are pretty precise because it's okay. So that's the mortar. Now submarines are just for the showcase. They actually don't. You actually don't need submarines at all. Okay. I'm gonna keep this guy. You actually don't need them. They're just, this is how and this is what I actually did. I actually copy and paste this from a guy from YouTube years ago. Okay, this is the script actually. You need MK41. This is a turret. You may find it under NATO. So go NATO turret, and you will find it. Okay. So it's perfectly suited for the showcase, for, you know, cinematic, like submarine fires the cruise missile. But you don't need to do that, because in my missions and in yours, you're not gonna actually you're not gonna see this. Okay. And if you don't want to see it, you're gonna do it like this. Uncheck all this in special states. Okay. Double click on it, special states, and then check everything. Okay, so this thing is going to be invisible. You're gonna name it G1. Okay, put it G1 name, and there is a trigger alpha. So this is actually the script. Okay, T1 is the target. That's the object that you name. Okay, you can name it whatever you want. Okay, you can name it B1, C1, whatever. You can put target, and G1 is the name of the turret. Nothing else you don't touch. Everything is, I'm gonna put in the description. You just copy and paste it to the activation of your trigger. Okay. Now your trigger can actually be radio alpha, but it can actually be whatever, you know, seizing area of, you know, or cleared area of independent, or for whatever. Something like I already show you in a previous movement tutorial. So what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna demonstrate. There are here those targets. I have target 1 and target 2. They are BMPs, just to show you how it looks like. So this is like alpha, so, and incredibly precise. Okay, it's gonna actually hit, as you can see, 2 targets. I use this often in my mission. Okay. So looks great. Okay, let's see here, 0-0 Bravo. Invincible. Okay, launch. So another thing that you maybe want to use is ID, and this is the second script that you want to have. Okay, so I frequently use IDs, but I not use them always as the ID for the vehicles, etc., but to actually create a deception of, what do you call it, air support. Okay. So this is the IE. It's basically yellow, and you go to weapons and then explosives. Any kind of bomb can be put here. Okay, you just need to name it. Any kind of bomb, whatever you place, doesn't matter. Double click on the explosive device and make a name. ID _1. Okay, so, and here of course blue 4 present. Okay, and then you have seconds. This is the description, and I will put this in description, this script. Okay, ID _1. Okay, if you want, you can actually copy this. Okay, place it here. Okay, copy ID. Okay, and you need to rename it. In this case, he's gonna do it by default. He's gonna actually place 2 because someone smart make this, but you can name it whatever you want. If you name it C1, then you name this C2, and in the trigger you do the same. Okay, you need to find the script, and it's not 1, it's ID _2. Okay, you go here, connect, sync to, okay, and that's it. So now when I actually enter the area, the ID will explode, and it will happen same here. So there is the another ID. I'm entering the okay, very good, very useful. You can now play by yourself. If you know how the ID should works, you pretty much know where to put vehicles, etc. So you can actually place trigger here, but the column will go from my direction. Okay, this is just a small advice. And you will actually double click on it, and you will actually set like 6 seconds, okay, or 4 seconds, doesn't matter. And then when first vehicle trigger it, enter the trigger, the bomb will not activate. So first vehicle will pass, second maybe, third will be like blown. Okay, so but it's up to you, depends how much you are creative and how much you know. Also, you can use this ID for the, like I said, false flag on, or to better to say deception air attacks. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's say, put 400 because I don't want it to miss, and I'm gonna place like 50. Okay, I want to be infinite in high. Blue 4 present. Okay, so what does that mean? Actually, I'm gonna do it like this. Now in the mission I will do it like much wider, like let's say, I have no idea, 2 kilometers. Okay, but why? Because I don't want that my plane actually missed this. Okay, so this is the ID. Okay, I'm gonna place ID here. I'm gonna go place some structure, city. Let's put some house, doesn't matter, it's already ruined. And I'm gonna place ID on the, let's say, second floor, doesn't matter. And I want that ID explodes when my bomber, my plane actually flew, you know, flew through the, just for the showcase. So I'm gonna go to blue 4, NATO, let's say plans, what we have here. Okay, RASP. Okay, nice. Hold them up. You hold Alt, and then you just move your mouse up and down. Then you make direction. Okay, you go to the waypoint. You click move, and you just, let's say, place him here. Make him full speed. Okay. So what may happen sometimes is that he is so fast that actually trigger doesn't activate, because that's why you need to be wide trigger, like 50, 60 meters or whatever. Okay. So now it's gonna actually seems like the airplane is bombing the house. You see, just for the it's simply deception. Okay, he was so fast that he actually didn't. Okay, he was very fast. Okay. So let me make this like 80. let's see now. So sometimes, you know, you need to adjust before you play your mission, and it looks like he bombed the house, while actually it was a deception. He never bombed the house. You know, it was ID. So this is pretty much that. And now it's time for me to actually create a mission for you. So let's go to our Altis, and I'm gonna try to create a very small mission, but you know, a mission where we're going to actually put our knowledge so far in it. Okay, so let me just do it like this. I like always to, yeah, like this. See, some small area. Okay, let me see. Okay, this seems perfect. Okay, this seems perfect. So now I just wanna copy the cruise missile attack, because I will also need it. Okay, so this is it. Gonna go with this, right click, copy, new, Altis, and oh, sorry, I'm thirsty. It's hot. Okay, let's go to here. This place seems good for us, and let's place here cruise missile. Okay, like this. So I'm gonna change this alpha into, let's say, India. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna attack this village from somewhere where I can see. Okay, this is good. Okay, so now under 10 minutes I'm gonna actually create a mission for you. Okay, and you will know what I'm actually doing. So let us do LDF. Okay, let's man. Okay, team leader, and here you will learn the new thing, how truck will transport the unit. Okay, and truck, helicopter, anything is the same. Okay, so this is my unit. Okay, this is my unit. Now I'm gonna create a couple of enemy soldiers, and let me make them to have some sense. So, rifleman. Okay, he's gonna be here. The another rifleman will be like here. And now, as I told you, you can actually connect them, but there is no point for them to communicate because they won't be able to move. Okay, only if they watch in the same direction and covering the same angle, you know, with the possibility of their hands to maneuver, you can actually connect them, which is useful and which I do often, because if the soldier from the right spot, for example me, I wanted that the soldier from the left of him actually knows as well that, you know, I'm here, that actually he spots me. So now I'm gonna make them stand up. All of this you can actually made in mod. Okay, you don't need to do manually, but okay, let's place another guy here. Combat life. Okay, make you covered. Double click, stand up. I'm gonna put one guy for me to waiting here, soldier. Okay, crouch, watching the door, covering the angle here. Okay, you're gonna lay down. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more here. Okay, guy number 5. Again, stand up. Okay, now modules, go to system, object modifiers, set mode, set mode. Okay, set mode, behavior combat. Okay, now you can actually do all of them, etc., and connect them. Okay, it's going to work, but the fact is that sometimes you would actually place trigger, and then you don't want triggers to connect to the mod. So what you're always going to do is right click and do it. Don't be lazy, do it manually with every soldier you create. So if I can actually connect like between 70 and 100 soldiers on the battlefield, you can 20 soldiers to actually create. Okay, so this is it. Now let's go I mode. We need not to move. Okay, so disable movement. You don't want to disable animation, because then he will not be able to actually pull the trigger. Okay, when you disable animation, the soldier is not able to move at all. Okay, so he cannot move finger, he can fire. Okay, that's right. Okay, so now here we're gonna place a unit. Let's say team leader. Leader, a rifleman, auto rifleman, combat rifleman, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here we're gonna place some tank. We need C set. Okay, now again tank, let's say, and again deception. Okay, I place tank, double click on it, I place no fuel because I don't want him to move, and I like set ammunition to, let's say, 8%. Okay, so he needs to die. Okay. It's just a showcase. Okay, so if you actually place the tank and set hold or sentry or guard, he's gonna move. Okay, so you don't want that. Now here I'm gonna place enemy mortar. Okay, go to turrets, mortar, and I'm gonna place two mortar guys. 1, 2, okay, 5%, remember, 5% ammunition, and let's say 10% ammunition. So you want him to fire 2-3 rounds. Now go to waypoint, click to mortar or to unit, go to move, go to hold, go to fire mission, and do it like this. Okay. Now the second one, again, go to move, go to hold, very close, and go to fire mission. So like, let's say here. Okay. Now they need a trigger. Okay, I'm gonna place trigger. I'm gonna place here trigger. Make it like 100, make it 10, and let's say 15 in height, independent, present. Okay. The very moment independent enters this area, the mortar will fire. Double click on it and make sure to do skip waypoint. Okay, without skip waypoint it's not gonna work. Right click, set activation point. Now I'm gonna go to hold, and I'm gonna connect both mortars with this trigger. But of course, obviously, you don't have to do it. Okay, you can do it whatever you want. You can make 5 different mortars and 5 different triggers. Okay, this is just one for the showcase. So when independent enters here, they're gonna fire mortar at this location. Okay, now I'm gonna name the tank. And I'm gonna name it target 1 because I need cruise missile to actually hit enemy tank. Okay, so when I go 00 India, cruise missile will be launched directly at the tank that doesn't have fuel. Okay, so he's gonna remain at the place. But just for you to know, the trigger script with cruise missiles is actually going to follow tank if he can move. Okay, so even if he moves, the cruise missile will actually follow with like a hit, you know, signature and hit the tank. Okay, so just for you to know. Now let's have these enemies unit. We're gonna hold them, move. Okay, close, double click on it. Limited line, let's put them stealth and forced hold fire. So you want them unnoticed and invisible until something happens. Then let's make them run. Okay, they're gonna move, run. Not safe, but aware, and open fire. Keep formation, and then go here and fight war. See, limited line combat. Okay, so the trigger for them will be my units over here. So going again, I place 100. I'm gonna place like 20. Again, 20. Let's say independent, present, and let's say in 15 seconds. Okay, so when independent is present in this area more than 15 seconds, set activation point, these guys will start to move. Until then, they're gonna stand and do nothing. So now we have enemies, we need some friendlies. Okay, let's touch. Yep, let's go to the car. Okay, he just had off-road, never mind. Okay, off-road. What we else have? We have APC. Okay, no problem. APC. And we're gonna put truck. Do we have truck? Yes, transport truck. Okay. So I'm gonna teach you how actually to use all this. Now, go here, waypoint, move, and you always place the driver careless or so far. Okay, that means that whatever happens, no matter how close or far, he's not gonna react until you don't trigger him. Okay, now we're gonna move him here. He's gonna go normal, he's gonna go aware, and he's gonna go open fire. Okay, when he's actually going to go, is gonna be radio alpha. Okay, so radio alpha actually will trigger the entire mission. Before radio alpha happened, nothing will actually happen. Okay, so now the trigger for the unit to actually pack and enter the truck and start to fight and to NPC to go to village will be here. Okay, trigger like this. I'm gonna put like 10, 10, 10. Okay, go to op4, not present. Okay, so when op4 is not present, in other words, when we destroy the mortar, my APC will actually start to move. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, place move, again do the same thing, limited, careless, force hold fire, so he doesn't care what happens before he's not triggered. Then I'm gonna make him here, he's gonna move. Okay, move, limited, aware, open fire, keep formation. Okay, move here and move. Okay, now the second one is that you want to play. Okay, sometimes you're gonna make him move here, and then if you want him to stop, you're gonna actually double click and change it and make, I don't know, do not fire unless fire upon or whatever. But now I don't want to do it. Okay, so now the trigger will actually be here. I'm going like 100, like 20, 10, let's say op4 present. Okay, so like this. Okay, set active, skip waypoint, skip waypoint, skip waypoint, right click, set activation on the second one. Okay, now let us make environment effect, close air support. Okay, let's put here, let's put gun and missiles. The direction, let us place like this. So I want the plane come from this side. I can see it. When they're not in this area, right click, set activation point. The APC will off. Okay, and the last one, we have here the car. I'm gonna copy my unit. Okay, copy like this, and then another one like this, and connect them to the, one bigger unit. Okay, one larger, bigger unit. So now, okay, so now watch. So now pay attention. Click on the ladder, waypoint. Move, close again, double click, and then limited, careless, force hold fire. So he doesn't care. Then make him get in, and if you want him to get in fast to run, you're gonna do it. Get in, normal, aware, open fire, keep formation. Okay, then move, and you make him the way you want him to behave, like here. Okay, move, limited, line, combat, open fire, keep formation. Okay, now we need to make the driver to actually be the one who is gonna drive them to the battlefield, leave them, and go back. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna go to load. Okay, click on driver, then again close, load. Just to be sure, give him like 5 seconds, just so that all soldiers enter in the vehicle. So he's gonna wait like 5 seconds, load. So load, then the next thing is transport, unload, and he's gonna actually unload them here. Okay, make him unload them normal, aware, force hold fire. Okay, and then make him move, let's say here. Okay, so in order to work, we need now 2 triggers. Okay, so trigger here will actually be, let's say, Bravo. Okay, so when I click Bravo, set activation point, Bravo, the unit will enter the vehicle. However, in order to actually transport them, click on load, right click, set waypoint activation, and connect it to getting. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now we have a mission, and in order to mission to succeed, finally, final touch is a trigger. Let's place like 500 with 500, and the height let be like 50 meters. Okay, we're gonna place op4, not present. Okay, and now let's say like 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So now this is actually the area. Okay, 500, I think it's too much. Let's put 200. Let's put 300. 300 with 300. Okay, because it's a small image. Okay, better. Okay, so this is the area. When there are no op4 forces in this area, mission is successful. Okay, how we do it? Remember, we go to Intel, create task, set task state. Okay. Create task 1. Let's say clear the enemy. Okay, and let's right away say assign. Okay, then create task, succeed. Okay, now right click, sync to, always yourself. Now where is my unit? Okay, here is my unit, team leader. Now right click, sync to task state, and right click, sync to the largest trigger that I pressed. Here it is. Okay, so pretty much that's it. Okay, let me now see, just for the second. Yes, Air Force. Okay, I'm gonna I forget to put the trigger for the air attack, which is going to be like Juliet. Set activation point like this. No, just sync. Not activation point, but sync to. Okay. That's it. So like this is the direction. I want this, so I want from this side to go. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, ignore the script. Okay, so this is my unit. Okay, now as you can see, these guys are standing, everything is still, you know, nobody is moving, enemies are waiting, completely ready, you know, in combat mode position, and they're not gonna move. Even if you, maybe if you have some mods you know, to drop rifle if he's a wounded, you know, some kind of behavior, they will actually then move, but like this, no. Okay, so everything is set. Let's now trigger the beginning of the mission. Just
Utwórz
follow
linię.
follow
Wycofaj
me.
się.
Don't
Wstrzymać ogień.
hold fire, don't
Odebrano.
shoot. We don't want to actually discover. Let me test this. Okay, as a team leader, I hope I have binoculars.
Na glebę.
Okay, lay down, boys. I don't know this. I think it's a Polish language, I believe. Okay, and we are gonna trigger the mission. Okay, we're triggering the mission with alpha. Okay, 00 alpha. Okay, let us now see. So our actual vehicle will move. It will trigger the mortar fire. Okay, probably 5 rounds. 2, 1, 3.
Samochód. 200 metrów.
And of course, small arms fire will actually be fired, okay, because they can't. Okay. There the mortar works. You can hear. Okay, small arm fires. See. Pass. Oof. This is
Moścież, 400 metrów. Wschód.
okay. The mortar is there. Okay, it's crazy. Oh wow. Okay. So now I want to destroy the mortar. Okay. 00, and we have Juliet. That's actually air support. Okay. So we're gonna have it from our left, somewhere over here. The plane will show up and bomb the. Here it is. There is the plane. Okay. So now this is 00. You know, I make it radio, but you can actually make trigger. This same trigger that actually activate mortar. It could be used to actually activate air attack, but only you can put like 543 seconds later. So it's gonna be completely surprised. You know, you're gonna just play the mission and suddenly boom. So now there is a BMP entering the area because the mortar is down, and that's the trigger for him to move. So he is entering. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want also to actually make these guys enter the truck and join the battlefield. Okay. So let's go 00 and Bravo. Okay. So now they're gonna enter the truck. The truck will actually drive them to the battlefield and left them, and they're gonna keep fighting, you know, in the everything that I said. As you can see, BMP is now waiting, you know, remember skip waypoint, he is waiting another trigger. Okay, I can't remember what actually is. I think it's up for reaching this place. I think this is actually what he's waiting, and these guys are waiting that my unit, my green force, come to this area over here. Okay, so there is the truck. Unit. now when the fire starts, small arms, it will actually affect my APC because now he's in the stage aware and open fire. But that small waypoint that was just here close, you can change it and you can actually make do not fire, stand, whatever, so he's gonna actually for the showcase
Piechota.
enter this
200
village
metrów
and
na
stand here.
przedpolu.
As you can see, small firearms, okay,
Człowiek, 200
they're
metrów.
opening fire.
Przód.
See, he can't move, he's shooting. You see? This is what I'm talking about. It's realistic. He's always watching the danger.
Dostrzeżono
See?
przeciwnika.
He is
Kontakt
actually able to
wzrokowy.
see my
200
soldiers.
metrów na
Moving.
przedpolu.
This is where he follows the one with the open field, but he cannot. Shooting. Another guy is shooting from the roof. Yes, this guy is actually here, aiming and shooting on my soldier. So they're opening fire. So now it's time for me. I'm going to actually destroy the tank. 0-0 India.
Piechota,
This is the
200
cruise
metrów.
missile.
Przód.
Okay. Again, just for the purpose of the showcase, everything here is now on radio 0-0, so that last
Piechota,
under 10 minutes
200
there is a
metrów.
cruise missile.
Przód.
The tank is ready. Okay. I would never actually do 0-0 radio to actually destroy tank. All of this would be done by the terrain actually triggers. Okay. Oh, so as you can see, there is a guy on the street. There is a dead guy on the street. You see? So he was wounded and he actually abandoned the position. Even if I set him not to move, he abandoned the position and then died. Okay. So there is a small arm fire. My guys over here move slowly, like I said, combat. And now I'm gonna actually enter the battle. Okay, all
Wróć do szyku.
get back to
Wykonam.
formation, line,
Ogień bez rozkazu.
and I'm gonna fast. Now when I reach this area over here, the enemy unit that is now in the rear, 5 guys, will actually start moving. Let me just not die. Okay. Gonna try to reach here. Okay, let me just
Zgłoś pozycję.
because there's a guy on this window.
Kontakt wzrokowy. 75 metrów. Przód. Wykrywam strzelca. 75
kill me.
metrów. Przód. Dostrzeżono przeciwnika. Człowiek. 300 metrów. Azymut 105.
Some tutorial.
Potrzebna pomoc.
Okay. Okay. So now we are entering the village. First aid. Okay.
Zgłoś pozycję.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, and now the enemy unit's supposed to move. Yeah. See? They're moving. Once they reach, I believe there, this gas station, my APC will start to move forward. You know? Because they're gonna this. This is pathetic. Me now playing God and hiding behind the battle. Seems, oh no, these are my guys. They're still laying down. Okay, boys, stand up.
Na nogi. Nisko.
Okay.
Niebezpieczeństwo. Zmieniam magazynek.
Okay, let's see now. Yeah, they're entering the area. And now becomes tough. Okay, they are in a combat mode. I just don't know why this
Osłaniać mnie!
guy don't really
Dobra,
start
naprzód!
fire.
Osłaniam cię, dalej!
But maybe I just moved this too much inside the village. I don't know. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So that's it. Day trigger. Now he is moving. mission.
Osłaniać mnie! Dobra, naprzód! Osłaniam, dalej!
Okay, this guy fired me, but I'm gonna finish the mission because I have 2 guys to kill. Okay. So pretty much this is it. That's how things work. Arma, my missions, many triggers. Oh come on, gotta go around. Okay, I will go around.
Zmieniam magazynek!
Kill this guy. And there is one other. There's one guy I believe is here. No, that's it. Clear the enemy. Okay? Village clear. That's it. Okay? So thanks for your attention, and I hope that beside the poor English and the poor video quality, you actually learned something about how to create a mission. Now you have tools, the rest is your knowledge, your talent, your creativity,
Dalej!
and of course your narrative. See you on the battlefield, guys, and feel free to actually ask whatever you want in comments. And by the way, I will actually very soon make an Arma mission. It's going to be about Africa,
Osłaniam
and
się,
then
dalej!
I will actually make one space mission, so I will create it and you will be able to watch. Bye.